Monica Makale. Welcome back to the Amala Ryan Show. Today we're having a guest from Texas, and he's been to India before. He's traveled around different places in India, and this guy, he's a world traveler. His name is Mikalu.
வணக்கம் மக்களே, இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஆம்லா ராயன் ஷோல என்ன பார்க்க போறோம்னா மைக்லு ஃப்ரம் டெக்ஸஸ். அவர் இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா வியட்நாம்ல இருக்காரு. 30+ கண்ட்ரீஸ் டிராவல் பண்ணி இருக்காரு. ஸோ அவரை நம்ம விர்ச்சுவலா இன்டர்வியூ பண்ண போறோம். நிறைய விஷயங்கள் தெரிஞ்சுக்க போறோம். ஸோ வாங்க நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு போலாம். ஹலோ, ஹாய்.
Hello, namaste.
So tell me about yourself, Michael.
My name is Michael. Mikalu is my nickname, named by the Sherpa community Buddhist. I'm from Houston, Texas. I have 4 uncles and a grandfather. He's deceased, but they were all cattle ranchers, cowboys, farmers. So I spent a lot of my life on the farm. I lived in Alaska for 4.5 years. Saw many grizzly bears, traveled all over Alaska, met many Inuits, learned the whole Inuit culture. I lived in Appalachia, North Carolina, Western North Carolina. I went to the University of North Carolina, Asheville. I earned my Earth Science Geology degree.
Awesome, super. So you are a multi-talented person. Or that you are fall in love with Nepal. So how it has happened as a United States person, you fall in love with Nepal, the nature, the landscape. Can you tell us the interesting story?
Going back to Stonehenge, in hindsight, I'm like, Mom and Dad, no wonder I became a geologist. I was playing on Stonehenge in 1985 thanks to you guys. But my non-profit organization is named Slow Ride, Long Life with Human Harmony Nepal. Long story short, I took a big trip for research on hydraulic conductivity, and that's when I was given the nickname as well, Mikalu. I then discovered that I left my iPhone charger in Pokhara, and my battery was running very low. Nobody outside of the Kathmandu Valley has an iPhone. I had my debit card on me and about 700 rupees. I had a full tank of gas in my motorbike, and I was like, hey, I'm only about 45 minutes away from Kathmandu. Once I head north, I'll be okay. Took a left, pointing to Kathmandu. Long story short, I took the wrong way. I went 291 kilometers out of the way and 5,000 meters high out of the way. I ran out of petrol, gas. I remember seeing a little hut about a half a kilometer back, so I parked my bike and I walked. I stepped into the hut, and it was like the Gods Must Be Crazy old movie. There were like 10 kids and stared at me like they had never seen an American, let alone a white person, or even one on TV, because they don't have TVs where I was. Somehow, some way, I communicated with them correctly with hand language and everything for a bargain. All I had was my GPS that I could give them. So the chief was highly interested in my GPS unit, which was worth way more than what I received. But the deal was they feed me, they somehow get me 5 liters of petrol, gas, and a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. Hey, I was a smoker then. 2.5 days later, going on 3 days, finally we hear a motorcycle, and it pulls up, and the Nepali guy had 5 liters of petrol and liter bottles of pani. Pani is water in Nepali.
Yeah, so, it is in Hindi.
Long story short, the guy on a motorcycle goes and helps me retrieve my bike. We get it back to the hut. The whole family comes outside to watch me fill up my motorbike. I'm taking things out of my pocket to put in my trunk. And when I pull my iPhone out that's been dead, the dad goes, "Ooh, and he wants to look at it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, you already got my GPS, but I handed it to him, and he looks at it, and he hands it back to me, and these are the first words I've heard of English in like 4 days, 5 days. He goes, slow ride, long life. But a few months later, in hindsight, it dawned on me that it is a great name and concept for life.
Definitely, that's the awesome story. As a US person, been to Nepal and coming back to India, how the people treated you?
Right off the bat, when I arrived in Delhi, I was treated so kindly. I had already booked a room at a backpacker's hostel. Walking the streets with a big backpack by myself, one guy comes up to me from Mumbai and is just so generous and nice. And we have tea together, and he walks me to the main street, and we catch the rickshaw, the guy from Kashmir. And we ended up driving around for about an hour drinking beer. I'm not sure if that's legal or not, in the rickshaw. And they didn't charge me a single rupee.
Awesome. We are going past some places about India. You have to show in your sign, body sign. Okay.
Zipper.
Zipper and just actions. We want to know how your body language skill is. Okay. See this?
Yes.
Are you talking about the prayer worship? Oh yes, so cool. You did it.
Very nice.
Yeah, symbol of love, the Taj Mahal. Oh my God, the Pink City. Yes, you're right. As a human being, why we want to travel?
Benjamin Franklin quote, "You are not truly educated until you have traveled the world."
That's what I used to say to my mom. I don't want to die in the same place. I want to travel till my death. I want to die somewhere else in the world, not the same place.
You can read and know all you want, but until you experience it, you are not truly educated.
That's true. 30 plus countries. How do you travel, huh?
Early on, I was blessed with traveling all through Europe, with my family. But then I've, traveled all through the Middle East, Nepal, India, and then, of course, Thailand and Cambodia and Vietnam now, which I'm in Vietnam now. Middle East, I've been to Jordan, Egypt, Israel, Qatar. I'm going to Lebanon pretty soon. I've been invited to Uganda, Ivory Coast, Kenya, Canada, of course. I've been all through the Central America, Mexico, Costa Rica, a few more, I can't remember.
Want to come to South India? Please, you come to Tamil Nadu and Kerala, then you feel the heaven in the world, and also you can see the beautiful temples in the world.
Is that my invite?
Yes, me. Awesome. Yes, so thank you. We'll see you soon, and for the lovely interview. We are so warm and welcome.
Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
Dhanyavad. I look forward to talking to you again very soon.
Yeah, definitely we'll do that.
And I'm coming to visit.
Please come.